They're coming to get you, Barbara.
What an excellent day for an exorcism.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.
We have such sights to show you.
Who's laughing now?
I'll drive you crazy. I'll kill you all. I'm the nightmare you ever had. I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
They're here.
Heyo, how's everybody doing? Lex, Marley, how are you? It's been an entire week.
I'm pretty good. How about you guys?
Doing better.
Surviving.
Pretty
yeah.
And then and hello, of course. Hello, Dan. Joshua, how you doing? I've been like 5 months not really able to afford the house. I'm going insane. Need a cigar and some whiskey immediately. Brother, maybe I can send you a package. Make sure I have the same address, though. I know I've shipped you some stuff before. I'll take care of you. I'll make sure you get a cigar or two, all right? You can at least handle that. Shipping whiskey is risky because that stuff breaks. All right, that stuff breaks in the mail all the time. Timothy, how you doing? Everybody out there, hope you are having a great Tuesday. I gotta get used to saying. I'm always used to saying Thursday on this show, and now we have something wonderful here with two wonderful people. So I am excited to start posting on Tuesdays for everybody out there. I encourage everybody to watch Songbird. Songbird, I have not heard of this one. Have you guys heard of Songbird?
No, I have not heard of Songbird.
Is it a thriller?
Miguel's doing a little bit of internet sleuth.
Well, I'll write this down so I remind myself.
Yes. And it looks like not available on Netflix. It's on Hulu. Is that the one you're talking about, Tim? Let me know. If you are, Joshua, if you are talking about the one on Hulu, it looks like. But that would be something to check on. We'll figure that out. We'll figure it out. Because when I also typed in Songbird, there was a boy band of some sort, and I don't think that's who you are meaning. They look like good kids. They look like good kids.
Aww.
Here we go. Boom. It's a horror thriller about a new disease called COVID-23 that was produced and made back in 2019, but released in 2021. That's
crazy.
Oh,
that's creepy. I dig it. I dig it very much. So I'm watching the hell out of that.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to watch that.
Well, isn't the book The Stand about like a disease? I haven't read the book. I think I saw the TV show a long time ago, but it's about the disease and it kills some people. It's like people trying to survive. And they're saying how Stephen King thought about
that is a big part of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
D Lion Chris, how you doing?
Hi,
and
Chris.
Chris Hill.
Hi.
How you doing? Let's see. It's a film by Michael Day. It's creepy as fuck. Good. Creepy as fuck is good. Kind of creepy. I like that. New to here, Chris. Good. I'm glad to see you. Hope you enjoy. We're going to be talking about haunted places throughout Arizona. And as the only non-Arizonan here, I guess should I start or should I end it? What do you guys think? I'll let you guys decide.
However you want.
No, I'm kind of interested to hear what you came up with. Tell us about Arizona, Miguel.
Oh my god! Now I feel like I'm on the spot. Like, Arizona, it's hot. I think sometimes. Once in a while, it's not.
Sometimes it's like the devil's asshole over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Just driving.
You just named the new movie I'm gonna write. It's called The Devil's Asshole. It's wonderful. Oh my god. All right. I'm gonna start with a picture here, but at the bottom, guys. Oh god, I didn't even put it there. On the bottom, there we are. Question for all of you: what is the most haunted place you've ever been? Doesn't have to be Arizona. Doesn't have to be California or anywhere that we've ever heard of. Let us know your experience, because I would love to hear about that. But without further ado, here comes Miguel's interpretation of Arizona. And we're going to start with a favorite of mine, which is actually the Fox Theater. The Fox Theater is actually a chain of old-timey movie theaters and screenings. They still do musical concerts. They do stand-up comedian performances there, movies, because I've been to all of those and more at the one here in Bakersfield, California, which is awesome because they look very similar. I want to show the other picture off too. They're not identical, mind you, but I got, oh no, wrong direction. There we go. You got the exact same feel as the Fox Theater here in Bakersfield. And the cool thing is, sorry, yeah, this one's haunted. This one's actually haunted. The one in Bakersfield, not haunted. Tucson, haunted. As we have here, there is an old legend during the Great Depression. A man would linger outside the theater asking for money to feed his family. And when you look for your wallet, he would grab it. And apparently that gentleman did that so long that his ghost now does that as well outside of this Fox Theater. So if someone decides, hey, can I have a couple of bucks? Ooh, was that me? I'm sorry. Maybe don't give him the money because he's going to steal your wallet completely. Which is the weirdest ghost story I've ever heard. I don't think ghosts need money. I just don't. Is it just me? What do you have to buy at that point? You can't get new clothes. There's nothing there. You can't eat. You're moneyless. No more.
I think it's just to take it away from you at this point. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I guess just for fun.
Yeah.
We need money.
Yeah. Oh, I've heard that with common with ghosts. They're so in routine that they're kind of just on repeat from when they last were physically here.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's that like a time loop, never stops over and over again.
Exactly.
Not even realizing it's happening.
Yeah, it kind of ends right there. There's no future like them, so it's just routine.
Have you seen that movie, I Still See You?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
It's about ghosts. The people, they just do the same thing, but then they disappear. The dad would have breakfast with the daughter. So every morning it would be the ghost and it would be there for 5 minutes and then it would disappear because they got used to that.
Routine.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Very interesting. I like that. So that one's called I Still See You? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think it's I Still See You.
I'll definitely check that out. And it looks like we got a couple of places that people are saying were haunted. The Geronimo Hotel, the Ram's Head Inn in England. They were actually recently doing some remodeling a couple years ago and found bones of children along with cats that had been sacrificed in a pagan ritual. The last not good find. That's a bad find.
Ram's Head Inn. I gotta look into that.
I think that's a definite yes on that one.
I need to research that.
Nice. I like it. Richard says the entire town of Jefferson, Texas. Well, that's, I don't know if that's good or it sucks for Jefferson. Maybe it's a good thing. That could be a good tourist thing. Maybe.
I've only been to El Paso. I've never been to Jefferson.
I guess, yeah. I've been to 2 cities in Texas. That's about it. Marlene, how about you? Anything in Texas?
El Paso. I've been there lots of times. And then El Lobo, Texas. When I was little.
What do you call it? I was same here for El Paso. I have some family in El Paso still, so that's They're in Dallas. That's it. That's it for me. And we still have more. Dang, these are coming up pretty quickly. I want to make sure I get to a couple of them. Chris says the old Yuma prison is haunted as hell. Prisons are definitely haunted.
Yeah.
Sons of bitches.
Yeah.
Ooh. The only it's only 20 British pound car. What? Oh, it's only 20 British pounds a night to stay there. Most people don't make it through the entire night. That I would love to try it. We're just talking. This is going to come up later in the conversation, I think, with Lex's topic. I have one more to talk to you guys about, but I'll let somebody else. Actually, that would be a perfect segue into Lex. Lex, are you cool to go with yours?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I think that would be.
Mine are just the basic hotels because I'm the basic bitch over here, I suppose. So the most haunted place I have been to, I guess, is Hotel Congress. I've only been there like a couple of times to drag shows that have happened there. Yep, Hotel Congress. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. And I looked up stories. One in particular stood out to me. Room 2, I think it's 214 or 219. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. But I guess like anybody that stays in that room gets possessed by whatever soul is in that room, whoever died in there. There was no story of who died there, like any like ghost. It's just whenever you're in this room, something happens to you. And that like really stuck out to me because I've never been in any of the rooms. So I guess there is Nazirian, right, girls that came, just graduated from college. Don't curse. They're like Chris 214, yeah. And they're like Christians, like to the Holy Grail, don't curse, don't nothing. And I guess
so. I think they're better than me. You're saying,
yeah. That night, one of the girls went into the room, never came out. One of the girls went to go check on her friend, came back, was saying that she had a hold of the laptop, was sitting in the dark, holding it in the dark. It was just every curse word in the book, like has never cursed a day in her life, never. And it's just like cursing and screaming at her and like telling her to get out. And that's when like it was the bar manager that was telling the story, and that's when he quoted The Shining, because when he went up to go check on her, she opened the door and like creaked through, you know how he looks through the door, and she like in a creepy like old lady voice was just like, what the fuck do you want? And like shut the door and call the cops to get her out because she wouldn't leave. And then as soon like the cops were like trying to get her out into the hallway, come out in the hallway, come talk to us. And as soon as like she stepped out into the hallway, I guess the bar owner said that her neck cracked, her eyes went in the rolled in the back of her head, and then she snapped out of it and she's like, where the hell am I? What happened? Where are my friends? I guess like a couple years later, a husband and wife spoke no English, came into the hotel. The husband went into the room, never came back out. Wife went to go check on him, and then he was cursing in English.
Wow.
Never spoke a word of English. He was cursing in English and sounded like a woman. Like a female voice, like possessed, like evil. Right. And so, again, the same cops ended up coming back. Of course, the police chief wouldn't go near it. He's like, oh, the rookie cops could take it. I have nightmares now. I'm not doing it anymore. So the cops check on him. Did the same thing, The Shining, creaked open the door. What the fuck do you want? In perfect English. Guy doesn't speak no English. Cop grabs him, pulls him out, same thing. He hops out of it and then starts speaking Spanish. Where's my wife? No English whatsoever. So I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there was like room 242, I guess, had a suicide. A woman shot herself, but I couldn't find any more of that story or anybody like going into detail.
That's what I've heard.
So I've never liked Hotel Congress. Every time someone wants to go to Hotel Congress, I'm like, I have a eerie feeling when I go there. Nah, I'm good.
I'm like,
so I thought that was pretty interesting. Yeah, I was like, this is happening right here. All right, cool. No. I just want people in there. No.
Oh
No.
god, I like the club scene there.
Yeah, it's fun. I like going and seeing the music and stuff, but like when I am in there,
The room.
I'm a spiritualist. I could feel like a lot. Like there could be like maybe like 20 people in there. It feels like there's like 100 people in there.
Are you an empath?
I am.
Me too. Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm 100% an empath. So that's why I've only been there maybe like 3 times, and I'm like, I could be there for like an hour, and I'm like, all right, guys, I need to leave.
No, I got lucky because I had to go change in one of the bedrooms there, and it was like I didn't feel anything weird. Like it was fine, that bedroom, but there's so many, so you can't.
Yeah,
people have committed suicide there.
Every time the stairs to go to the second floor, I've had like a kind of like, let's go up there, but at the same time, I'm like, something's telling me not to. And I'm just like, if this is uncomfortable, I need to walk away.
I did a commercial for Hotel Congress.
There. Oh, really? Nice.
I thought if they take me into the room, I'm gonna say no because I was freaking out. No. But have you been to the courtyard? It's really pretty, but I imagine like there's so many bedrooms. One of them must feel like weird.
The courtyard is gorgeous. What they do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing here is that we got to go there.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta test out that room. Kind of like I thought that was really interesting.
Which one?
Right. I think I'm pretty sure it's 214, but I'm pretty sure. I just thought that was very interesting to have the similar stories happen, and then they just snap out of it as soon as they're out of that room. I was like, what is in that room?
And he didn't know English.
From what happened in that room, I couldn't feel nuts. So I just thought that was really crazy.
Wait, how old were the girls?
Huh?
How old were the girls? They were in high school.
The bar owner, I think he's the owner, Patrick, just said that they had just graduated college, so like early 20s maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he said that they're Nigerians, so like they were like.
Do you think when somebody's really innocent, do you think it's easier to get possessed? Like they're not tainted by bad things. So I was thinking about that since they were like very straight laced, like never cursed, never said shit or anything, never done anything.
I don't know.
I don't really know because in the video, they even were like, it wasn't really possession. It was kind of like an attachment. Like the more vulnerable you are, the more they like kind of like latch onto you. And by what I got from it, it wasn't necessarily possession, more like the spirit is using their bodies to kind of talk, as like using their bodies as like a puppet. Right.
Yeah.
Because like possession, you would think that they would latch on and they would stay inside of the vessel that they possess.
Yeah.
And then they would leave the room with them. There's something about this room apparently that the spirit is stuck in, and whoever goes in it is like victim in like their portal kind of indicate is what I kind of got from it. So I wouldn't necessarily say possession, maybe. I don't know. Something I need to look into though.
I get what you're saying though. I think like Chris is like a vessel. I think the term is a conduit, like where it's not wanting you, it's wanting to come here. So it's just using you to get here. I think that's the proper.
Right.
I might be wrong.
It's like a doorway for them.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Right. To go super nerd, it is the Tesseract from Marvel Universe. Okay, boom. I went there. Very nerdy, but I think a lot of the guys in the comment will get that. I'm not alone. I know I'm not, but I want to make sure I get some of these comments too. Charlie, I haven't read Charles yet. I did a haunt team in Sydney, Ohio. Movie theater at a Sydney, Ohio movie theater. Used to be grounds for hangings and such, and I had some shadow experiences that may have brought home a spirit with me at the time. That or I was having sleep paralysis at the moment. Sleep paralysis sucks. I hate that feeling. It's like 2 or 3 times in my life, twice for sure. Once I feel like I was just dreaming, but that is a terrible feeling, brother. So not fun. Not fun.
I think I had the opposite of sleep paralysis one time because I jumped up from the bed and like slammed into the wall.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You
I
sleep
saw
jumping?
like a huge spider. I
Oh,
remember I saw like a huge spider in my bed, and I don't know, it was weird. It was like, it's not sleep paralysis because I could move. I jumped up.
No. With all the gore and stuff, I draw spiders. Yeah.
I think your sleeping self made the right call. Get the hell out of that bed. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Call it, because I have slept in a camping situation where there was a lizard like on my blanket, like over myself.
Yeah.
And it was just a lizard. It wasn't anything bad, but you could still see something's on top of you, so you probably want to get up. And I just kind of looked at it, I remember, and then like, I'll probably be okay. And I went back to sleep, and I woke up, and it was gone. So I mean, good news. But I feel like if I had a giant spider in my bed, I would have been dead.
But it wasn't like a spider in real life. It was like a big one, like this big. I remember I saw it black.
No, that's what I was thinking too. Something inhuman or like unreal.
Like those bird eater ones.
Like huge, something huge and a black one, and it was like crawling. But I think I read somewhere that it's like sometimes doors open, and when you're half asleep, you can see it or something like that. Because I was able to move. I remember I jumped out of the bed. But I have to look into that.
You have to check. Yeah, I think we need to learn more about that because that sounds very interesting. It sounds like one of those like parts where the two, if you believe in like the multiverse kind of thing, where there's different universes stacked on each other, and there's just that little tiny time where it's weak, so the two are just kind of stacked on top of each other. Like if you saw see-through paper and the pictures are just barely aligned, you can see through each other to see a new image. And that's the image you got, was a giant spider going to get you, which I wish it was something nicer. I really do. Like, giant stack of money, you just grab it or something. But you got spider. Thank you, Jesse, for the Tesseract reference. I did nail it. Thank you. Appreciate it. And Rick, how you doing? Gosh, dang, there's so many comments. I don't even know where to keep going because there's some good ones in here, guys. A lot of hotels I'm seeing. Motel 6 in New Orleans. New Orleans itself, a very haunted area. A Marriott in Austin. You're just going from Richard right here. This is different than that malevolent feeling. But Austin says, or excuse me, Richard says about Austin Hotel, the Marriott, that it's new, it's very nice, it's not a big history, he says, but he slipped in the shower and he felt like something caught him. So you're very safe in that way.
That's crazy.
That's like the opposite of scary. I love that. Like something that wants to protect you.
That is very sweet.
I've never heard of that before, but that's awesome. And thank you, Joshua. Yes, I am very afraid of anything.
Actually, the ghost at tell me if I'm saying this right or wrong. The Hijampa Inn, the ghost there, because her husband abandoned her. She ended up killing herself at the hotel. She rubs females' feet, and then she gives the males nightmares. So I thought that was funny.
That's a beautiful story.
So, like, it was their honeymoon. Okay, it was their honeymoon. He was a much older man, so I'm pretty sure she was a sugar baby. This was like back in like the 20s. Wealthy travelers go to escape kind of hotel. And he was a much older man, very rich man. He went out to go get cigarettes, never came back. She waited 3 days at the hotel for him, ended up hanging herself in the hotel room that they stayed at. And she lurks around and people find her crying with her bouquet or in the corner, which is that picture that I sent Miguel, her hiding in the corner.
I got
Yeah,
you.
apparently that's her. You can kind of see it. It's kind of creepy. They find her at the end of their beds.
I just saw that up close right now, and that's freaky as hell. Oh my god.
Did you see it? It was like, oh god, that's weird. But yeah, people like will see her crying out in the hallway, sobbing in the corners. A man woke up in the middle of the night with her in bed with him, hugging him. She switches on the lights. She switches on the faucets. And then, of course, like women have felt like people touching their feet, like massaging their feet, and then the guys staying with them would get horrible nightmares. So I thought that was kind of funny. So that made me think of that. I was like, oh, she's a nice ghost. She like pampers the women and, you know, fuck the men. Like so I thought that was kind of, yeah. I was just like, I like this one. Let's go visit this one.
We need to hang out.
I literally turned to my son and I was like, hey, I'm gonna go get massaged by this ghost. All right, let's go.
That's I don't. Oh God.
She's nice. I like this.
Yeah.
She's If that's actually like, I don't even care who that is. That's a terrifying photo. If you're by yourself in an alleyway.
It is. I was like, oh my gosh, I can see it. That's so weird. It does look like she's in the corner weeping, and I'm like, that is so sad. I mean, yeah.
Have you heard of La Llorona?
Yes.
Have I heard? I don't think so.
Oh, it's kind of like a similar story, but she, her husband leaves her, or what is it? She drowns her children and she cries a lot.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
And because of a man, she killed her kids because of a man.
Mm-hmm. Right. Like she went like stir crazy over.
Yeah, she was a young widow from her first marriage. She still had 2 kids. And then a rich guy comes through town saying, oh, I would marry you, but you already have kids. Oh, well, later. So she's like, let me drown these little ones.
Yeah.
What kids? I don't know what kids. Yeah.
You have money? What?
Yeah. Gosh, dang, it's terrible. But he ends up going for someone, you know, younger and more attractive than her. You know, she had a couple kids. There's some miles on those tires. Let's go find someone else. And then she's obviously regrets it. And her punishment is to wander the earth looking for her kids. Yeah. So she goes around the rivers and she takes children and she'll drown them too because she doesn't learn her lesson, I guess. I don't understand that part. But just stay away from rivers and crying ladies. That's been my one of my main rules in life. And it's gone pretty well.
There's different versions of La Llorona because there's one where she's so gorgeous that everyone wants her, and then there's one where it was the dad. He got like tired of the kids and her.
Oh, I haven't heard that one, but yeah, I've heard like 2 or 3. That's just the one that I hear the most often. That she drowns them and then feels bad about it.
She wanted the money.
I remember that the story of her drowning them. I was like, I've heard multiple.
Yeah.
What kids?
What kids?
Exactly. Oh, that's a good Mother's Day shirt right there. What kids? I'm gonna make that. It's gotta be in the store.
I don't blame her. You know how little kids are.
I don't know. I think my official stance is don't drown children.
I love him, but I get it. I love him. But yeah, I get it.
I used to babysit foster kids, so sometimes I want to pull out my hair. Lots of patience.
I feel that, yeah.
Oh.
I think it's more. I love my son. I think it's more like today's kids now, like this generation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They drive me. Yeah,
Yep.
I'm driving me up the wall. Like I want to smack.
Just one a day. One hit a day. That's it. That's all I'm asking.
Yeah, just one. I'm kidding. I love him. I do. I really do.
Yeah. See. Okay. We got a couple here. A couple of different tales of La Llorona already in the comments. Like here's one where she drowns her kids and then screams, "Where are my kids?" Mm-hmm. One where they thought she was skinny dipping in the water. As a kid, and then Jesse, growing up with La Llorona too, as a kid, he'd go with his buddies to the waterways looking for La Llorona. We did not do that when I was growing up. I was scared of that story for sure. Oh man!
I remember the neighbors, like the parents, would tell us that, like to get in, because we would be outside with the bikes and everything, and it was evening, and they would try to get us in. They're like, "Well, La Llorona's gonna get you. Get inside."
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, parenting.
That's a win.
Scare your kids.
All right. We're way off topic with Ayarana, but that's a great story. I do love her. One more chance, just so y'all can see this. Probably one of the creepiest pictures I've seen in a while. That's very scary.
Her name was Faith Summers, by the way.
Was that Fate or Faith?
Faith.
Faith Summers. Good name.
Faith Summers was her name, and I did not get any information on who her husband
We don't need to know about him.
was,
Yeah, he was
or
a jerk.
what happened to him.
Yeah.
He just disappeared.
Yeah.
Let me zoom in on the
About.
picture. I think that's about as close as I can zoom in on this one right now. Let me download that, and then I will try to upload it again in a second, guys. Boom. Too far. Okay, let me get. You guys keep talking for me, and I'm gonna get this picture closer for everyone to see, or as close as I can, at least.
I like this story.
It's a good one.
It was very interesting. It was very interesting.
Yeah, I like that she's cool with the
What
girl.
was interesting is that I mean, she is very cool. Like, and she's very petty too. Apparently, when you're talking, she doesn't like to be talked about. So if people are in the hotel or in the restaurant and they're talking about her or even researching her, they've had their coffees knocked out of their hands. They have had stuff thrown off their table. A lady was pushed. Like, she does not like to be talked about. Do not talk about her drama. Okay.
She has her bad days too.
You don't know shit about her, man. Kind of thing.
Shit.
Yeah. So I thought that was kind of cool. She does not like to be talked about. So I thought that was funny. But then she'll give you foot rubs later, so she'll apologize. So
that was for the ladies, right? The ladies get foot rubs because I do not.
yeah, she rubs the ladies' feet and then she gives the men nightmares.
I will gladly take a nightmare over foot rubs because that's just creepy.
Oh, I love getting foot rubs. So I'm like, where can I go?
Yeah, like, where is this?
Where?
It's room 426 at the Hijampa Inn. I'm pretty sure I'm saying that right. I hope I'm saying that right.
I think
I
so.
have never heard of that. Oh.
I have never either. It's in Prescott, so I'm gonna have to take a trip and go see it.
This
I
time,
think
yeah,
I'm
I
going
like that
with
plan.
you.
Road trip,
Oh.
let's go.
Hell yeah, I'm down. Joshua, you gotta fill us in on the rest of the story, man. Put it in the comments. I'll check it out. And Chris now wants a foot rub. I'm gonna decline. I hate feet. I want them to stay away from me as much as I can. Ugh. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not a fan of people touching my feet, but if there's a ghost, I just want to test it out, see if
Yeah,
You know?
maybe it's better that way.
You're right.
Well, you have pressure points in your feet, so like if you have a problem, they can fix it with your feet.
Exactly. Bam.
Yeah.
She'll make me better.
Maybe. Going to the ghost of Buffalo Bill is gonna rub lotion on you. Thank you so much. I don't know why I put that on the screen. I'm taking that off.
I think that was my favorite. I think he's my favorite.
Oh man! All right, let's get into the next one. Marlene, do you want to go into the one you sent me a photo for?
I have 2 church stories. I'll do that one last because it's more interesting.
Okay.
But there's the Cathedral of St. Augustine, and I never knew that it was haunted. Like, I pass through it all the time. It's like the big church downtown. Have you seen it? No?
Yeah, I didn't know it was haunted. Literally watching that video before this, so yeah, I didn't know it was haunted either.
Yeah, so it was like weird that I saw that. I'm always passing through it, and I was like, oh, that looks like a nice church. And then I find out it's haunted. But there's like people that say like there's burning smell of incense when there's nothing there. Like you hear voices, that it gets really cold where it's hot, like there's candles, and it'll get really cold. And there's been reports that they see a black lady, like someone in black laying on the floor, and then when they try to get near it, it disappears. Also, too.
That would probably get me. That would get me pretty good.
And then there's also this one gets reported a lot, that there's like a levitating nun without a face. So this is like a faceless nun that's just levitating through the courtyards.
Don't like that at all.
Yeah, and they say when they see it, they feel a lot of dread. Like they don't feel comfort at all. Like they just feel really terrified.
Did you guys go to Catholic school growing up, either of you, by any chance? Or did you deal with nuns growing up?
No.
See, I dealt with a lot of... Yeah, nuns will make you scared even when they have faces and they don't levitate. Yeah. So one without a face that's floating at me, no, I'm good. Even as an adult. That sounds terrifying. What was the name of this one again, so I can make sure I have a...
St. Augustine Cathedral.
St. Augustine Cathedral, okay.
Yeah.
I just want to type that in so I don't lose it.
Yeah, because that one I always pass by, and I think I did work outside the church, but I was afraid to go in because I was afraid I'd burst into flames. But
gotta be careful.
I get told that all the time.
That might happen to me. I had a fear of that, so I just stayed outside.
It's a little to the side. I get it. I get that. That's fair.
But the next church is the picture, and it's actually something I grew up with that my mom told me. So, Mission San Javier, you've been to San Javier, right? No? You never been to San Javier? Oh my gosh, you have to go because they make really good Indian food.
Girl, I can't even pronounce it.
San Javier. So I went for the food, you guys. They make really gorgeous popovers and you have to go for the food. We have to go for the food.
All right, then we're going.
I'm on that, yeah.
Food. But do you see how one of the sides is finished?
Yeah.
So growing up, my mom would tell me that they would try to finish it, but every time they tried it, the builder would die. They would fall off and die. So I grew up with that.
Wow.
And it's funny that people
crazy.
think that too. So it's like a legend that we grew up with. So every time they try to finish it, they can't because somebody always dies. So they just left it like that.
I was just about to comment that it wasn't finished.
I didn't even realize that, honestly. I was just looking at it because it's a very nice looking building.
I was like, hey, it's like the Disneyland castle. They didn't want to finish the building, but now I see why.
Not the happiest place on earth.
No, it is not. It makes me kind of wonder about the Disney castle now.
Oh.
So with this one, it was the same, that they felt like chills and everything and like incense, and that they would see a priest and he would disappear too. But next door to it, this one has like a little bit of a happier ending. So next door, there's a school that got burned down, and a lot of people did lose their lives during the school burning, but they said that they saw a nun getting out the kids out to the church because it's right next to it. But the nun wasn't real, so it was like a ghost that got the kids out.
Oh, wow. Well, at least they helped.
Yeah, I mean, people still died, but, you know, some of the kids survived.
Well, that's a plus. That's definitely a silver lining.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they said they saw like the ghost nun helping the kids go out to the church because then the kids were alone. The nun wasn't she wasn't seen or anything.
That's an intense one. That is, yeah. Oh man.
I thought that one had like a more of a happy ending in a weird way, but
yeah.
Definitely happier than, suicide feet rubbing.
People did die, but she saved the kids.
I throw that in the win pile, chalked up as a win, rebuild.
There were friendly ghosts in there. So yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah,
I definitely want to go see it. It's a gorgeous building.
Oh, it's gorgeous. Yeah, like the next to it, like the Indians, they make popovers and like burritos, and they have all this food. It's delicious.
Nice.
I'm not really religious, but I went for the food. Like that's what drew me in.
I'm not judging. That sounds delicious.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get some of these comments in here.
That's what would drive me in. I'm not religious either. So.
Yeah, the food's good. I might just throw a couple prayers in, whatever. It's fine. To explain what happened to me, we were babysitting. It was myself, my mother, and two teenage girls. We decided to get the Ouija board out. Oh, man, that's what we were talking about last time. Apparently, I was open and the saying, and something to saying to use my body to auto write and to speak. And to this day, it fucking haunts the shit out of me. That would haunt me too. Yeah, that would be a horrible feeling right there. Yeah, Joshua, that sounds crazy, man. That is intense. And then we do have one more suggestion in the comments too. Actually, we got quite a few of them, but I want to go with this one because I don't think we brought it up yet. The Winchester House. That is here in California. Have you guys been to or want to go to the Winchester mansion?
I've heard of it, but I haven't like fully heard the story of Winchester.
We got time for a detour? You guys all right with that?
Yeah.
So the Winchester mansion basically comes from the Winchester Rifle Company. The husband, a lot of money. His wife wanted a new house here in California. And while he was building, he died. And she kept getting these recurring nightmares and visions that she was going to be dragged to hell by the people who died from his weapons, from his guns. You know, blood money, building all this stuff. So she thought she could fool everybody, or at least all the dead people, by never stopping to build this house. The hammers can never stop swinging on the Winchester mansion. She was always building rooms that went to nothing, staircases that went to the ceiling, doors that opened to falling outside on second stories, things that you would legitimately get hurt for if you weren't paying attention, you didn't know the area, and they would not stop building until she died. I want to say it was a heart attack. I don't think anyone, shot her or anything. It wasn't that kind of story, but she just went insane with this. And people, because she had the money, and it was at that time, I think it was like a little bit after the Great Depression, so people were just starting to get back into it. She had enough money to never stop her craziness, and nobody would stop her because they wanted to get paid. So it was it's a huge mansion. I think it's got like 2 or 3 pools. It's this huge hedge maze out in front. Excuse me. I have not been myself. Lauren from Girls, Gore, and Gin has. So is Joe. I would love maybe do a crossover episode and we'll go over there because that one is impressive. Just how massive a scale it is, and you can see a woman going insane, whether or not she actually saw the ghost or not. People get a lot of uneasy feeling in that place. I don't know if it's haunted or not because the place itself wasn't really the scene of any murders. There might have been a crew death that I don't remember, but the story itself is basically the mansion itself being massive and completely mind-boggling, just unbelievably crazy of a place.
I definitely want to go check it out now.
Oh. Well, people didn't stop her because of money.
I wouldn't have. I mean, if I'm a contractor,
whatever you want.
Yeah. You need a personal pool to drown your kids? Let's do it. We'll build that in the back. Rely on it. Whatever. I'm sorry. That was terrible.
It's not included.
Here's a different mansion we can also visit. The Playboy Mansion is haunted. I wouldn't mind checking out that place.
I would definitely want to go check out that place too. I definitely want to check out Playboy Mansion.
Well, they'll let you in. They're not going to let me in.
I've been reading Holly's book about it. It was like they were very controlled. It was like a cult. They had like a PM curfew.
What?
Some weird
9
rules,
PM curfew. Isn't that crazy?
Shit, we should do an episode on that. Just the weird things of Hugh Hefner, because I heard more than that too. Like I could have swore there was worse than just a curfew.
Oh yeah,
like
in the book, there's worse things.
Damn, definitely.
We should do an episode about that.
Yeah, that would.
I've heard a couple here and there.
I'm on board. And then here's another one from Joshua, off topic, but a woman in Belgium is now banned from the National Zoo for having physical intimate relations with a chimpanzee. First, we start out with a zombie apocalypse virus, and now Planet of the Apes happening. Yeah. I don't like to judge relationships, but that one I'm going to judge. Yeah, I might tell her no.
Cruelty channel.
Tell me how you really feel, Joshua. Damn. Wow.
Let's leave the animals alone, okay? Let's just leave them alone.
This one I have like a small sliver of hope for us. But right out the window.
Right down the tube.
Right out wow.
Oh man. All right. I have got one more unless anyone else wants to go. Let me see if I can make sure I got my notes in the right spot here. Okay, there we go. Does anyone else want to get their next one in? Because I think Marlene, you had another one, or?
Yeah, I had one, but I couldn't find a lot of things in it. But it's the Phelps Dodge Hospital. It's been abandoned. It was like a minor hospital, but when the miners left, the hospital got abandoned. And it's like a paranormal hotspot. Like a lot of weird things happen there, and you can pay to stay the night there. There's been reports of baby crying. It's like there's nothing there, and they'll hear babies crying.
I don't care for that.
I wouldn't pay for that.
Not to hear a baby cry, no.
No.
I might pay to actually go hear that, like get scared that badly.
I mean, I would pay to stay there, but I would make the request to like maybe not a baby.
Leave the baby out of it.
How do we skip that package? Can I get a different package?
Oh man.
I actually had an
like can we like knock doors down getting a crying baby?
I had another story, but I don't know if it counts as haunted, but it comes out a lot in Arizona. So I don't know if I should save it. But there's not a lot of information on this one. So it's like very quick. So this one's about haunted highways, like when you're driving and sometimes you hear something on your window, like when it's deserted areas through Arizona, and you'll hear something and you see it's an animal, but it's not really an animal. It's somebody who was like an evil witch or something. It's more like in the Indian reservations, and they're skinwalkers. So they're trying to trick you to come out because it's like an animal, but it's not really an animal.
Ooh, yeah, that's exactly what I was. As soon as you said animals, I was like, wait a minute. There's a lot of reservation area. I was skinwalkers. That's exactly where my head went. I know that's probably not where you should think first as a normal person, but you know what? I'm not normal, so I like that idea. Oh gosh.
The ones in Arizona are more powerful, and they'll actually trick you into seeing someone you know.
That is fascinating. Oh man.
Which creeps me out to see like my friend out there, and I'm gonna open the door or something.
I guess you gotta leave them. You gotta leave your friends in the desert on the side of the highway.
Bye.
If they have a cell phone, call them, and if they don't like pick it out of their pocket at that time, not your friend. Boom.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep.
Actually, there's a haunted highways is a great phenomenon, or is a very interesting phenomenon. In Ojai, about an hour and a half from here, there is an intersection where there's a little red school, old red school. Like I think it's a daycare now, but there was allegedly, I got to look this up if it's real or not, a bus accident where a busload of kids were hit by a car coming down this hill into that intersection. And if you park your car and put it in neutral, or you put your car in neutral on this hill, your car will actually go up that hill. And they say it's the spirits of the kids pushing your car up the hill. Yeah. I have been on this hill before, and you do go up. That's the only thing I can say for sure. Like you are at a pretty decent incline, and you're going up it in neutral, which just blows my mind every time.
God, that's crazy. That's why I don't like driving in the desert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I always get scared.
Joshua, you have a good night. Sorry about that. Skinwalker Ranch could definitely be an episode, Richard. You're absolutely right. And another topic he brings up, not really a highway, but interested in the crossroads in Mississippi. Are you talking about the river itself? Because that would be interesting. I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that happened along the most traveled area before roads really took over. That would be pretty scary to hear about. I think that'd be a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So Lex, you got one more for us before we start getting to the end of this? Lex, can you hear me?
You're cutting in and out, so I didn't catch any of that.
Do you have one more story?
I don't. That was all that I got.
You had a good one with the foot rubs.
Yeah.
That was really funny. I was like, hey, I found a nice one. This one's cool.
That was the most terrifying picture of the night, too, by the way. That's gonna that's my dreams now.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was just basic, like just the hotels, like Hotel Congress. Like there's a woman desk clerk. People swear they talked to her. Nope, it was a guy. There's a guy here the whole time. Just basic like hotel stuff. But no, I don't have any other ones.
I liked it. I liked it very much. Fair. I think you're right.
New bestie.
When do they die?
All right, I got a little one then left for you guys. It's a very short story, but I'll show off the pictures of it real quick. This is, I believe it is called. Let me get the picture up. It is, Luana's Canyon or Slaughterhouse Canyon. Basically, a family lived in this desert area. It's not the actual house, but it's something similar to that. And the father would go out to hunt and to go look for gold in the area. He would leave for a couple of days, come back with food for the family, provisions, and, take care of them as best he could while he was doing his gold mining stuff. And one day he didn't come back, and, it's getting further into it and further into it. And the kids are crying, they're hungry, and the mom doesn't know where to go. And she just snaps and she butchers her kids inside their hut. And that's what they find is just her dead in the hut along with some butchered kids there. And thus it gets its name, Slaughterhouse Canyon. So, again, not a long story, but definitely another story where a mom kills her kid. So that's not great, I guess. That's my bad. I didn't think about that. So I guess just don't have food. I don't know. I don't know what the message is behind that one. But don't murder your kids because they're hungry. That's what I'm going to go with.
We need that in our shirt somewhere.
That's a long slogan. Don't murder your kids because they're hungry.
Don't have kids. You can't handle that they're hungry every once in a while.
I think that's better. Yeah, I like that one better. All right. I think that's going to wrap it for tonight, guys. Do an episode on Mount Shasta. The soda's not that great, so I'm going to say no. Shasta Cola's not good. Boom. That was just a joke.
Access denied. You shall not pass.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. Anything before we wrap this up?
No, I think everybody's done with my shit.
Never. All right, guys. Y'all have a great Tuesday. We'll see you again next Tuesday with a new topic. Like we saw in here, I love the recommendations. Thank you guys very much. Keep doing it. Send them to the comments. Send them to the page privately. Post them on there. There's the group, Girls, Gore, and Gin, the group, if you want to post stuff in there as well. Whatever you like. Guys, is there an Instagram you'd like them to follow you on or anything that you can find more from you?
I mean, I have my modeling and my tattooing one.
I think that's
me too.
Yes, please.
My model's Lex in Wonderland. I can message you guys what it is, I guess.
Oh, please do.
I'll message it too. Well, mine is
send them to my way. I'll put it in the comments right now.
This was so interesting to hear from both of you, the different haunted places.
Absolutely, same. I was actually kind of interested to see what you came.
I am very much interested in staying at the Congress now.
I don't know. We're gonna have to see.
What was the room number? 214?
214. And then I guess there's a room 240, or is that the other one? 242, where the woman shot herself. That's haunted too.
I would love to hear more about that as well. That sounds very interesting.
I have to find more on that one.
I would love to hear more. Yeah, absolutely. And then here is
Perfect. Send both of them over.
Boom, copy that one too. And I got one more for all of you right here. Here is Marlene's as well. And there we go, guys. So make sure to follow those. Check them out. You can follow Girls, Gore, and Gin just under that as well for Instagram if you like. And you'll see photos from all the different girls throughout the lineups. Excuse me. Las Vegas is getting started very soon as Melissa is back in Las Vegas and not in New York. She's out of the state. Makes it more difficult. We will have an episode for you guys Thursday at 7 o'clock with Diseases from Space finally, since Lauren was sick last week. And LA will be getting started very soon as we get some last little things taken care of. So there'll be a whole network for you guys to check out. And I am excited for next Tuesday, guys. Y'all have a good one. Anything else, guys? That's good?
Nope. See you guys next week.
Good
Thank
night.
you.
Bye.